Venus Laowa 58mm F2.8 2x Ultra-Macro APO review. The Venus Laowa 58mm F2.8 2x Ultra-Macro APO allows for greater macro photography capabilities than most lenses, as it can focus up to twice the life size of the subject. Although focusing manually and providing additional light may be required, experienced macro photographers should consider it if they want to explore further than one-to-one shooting. Venus Laowa earned recognition for producing manual focus lenses conveying rarely seen optical formulas. Their 58mm f2.8 2x is the newest example, following distinct designs such as their 24mm macro probe that looks like an extended snout, and the extra-wide 10 to 18mm full-frame zoom. This 58mm f2.8 2x model does not quite share the same distinction, but it is a kind of lens that primary producers normally do not have. Canon, Nikon, Sony, and other camera system creators only present up to a magnification of 1:1 macros for their mirrorless equipment. The Laowa 58mm 2x features a more familiar design on the exterior. Housed in a dark, metallic shell, its dimensions are not exaggerated. It measures 4.6 by 2.9 inches and weighs around 1.3 pounds and can fit 67mm front filters. Venus created this lens for the Canon RF, L-mount Alliance, Nikon Z, and Sony E-camera systems. The Laowa 58mm is a mechanical-only lens made of metal. This means that it lacks any form of electronic communication with the camera, therefore preventing focus assists and EXIF data to be sent to the camera to record the aperture. This lens does not offer any weather protection, so consider the climate when using it outside. On the plus side, the focus is internal, which means that there are less for outstanding results when shooting with high magnification. You must add more light. As the lens gathers less light when it is focused up close, try using a very low f-stop in order to include more than just a thin slice of the subject in focus. We employed the dual strobe flashpoint MF12 macro flash set to incorporate illumination into my macro shots. It connects to the front of the lens, allowing its light to hit the subject directly, an impressive benefit for macro photography. The 58mm Ultra Macro has basic controls, including an knurled metal manual focus ring and an adjustable aperture control ring. Turning the focus is comfortable and smooth, with notable resistance, and distance scales are placed on the focal plane in feet and meters along with magnification ratio markings. The aperture ring clicks from f2.8 to f22 with full stops, and the f16 is represented by a dot between f11 and f22 as there's no space for it on the ring. Since the aperture of the lens is neither electronically connected nor managed, you'll need to handle stop-down focusing and measuring. An EVF camera will be beneficial in this situation, as its viewfinder will amplify to show an image if using a small f-stop to set focus. If you would like the viewer to display the clearest picture, you should ensure the aperture stays fairly open when focusing, then decrease your f-stop before capturing an image. Despite not saving EXIF data, many of my successful pictures taken with this lens were made between f11 and f22. However, you won't get the benefits of features like optical stabilization. You can still make handheld photos with this lens, but it works best when paired with a stabilized camera. For this review, PC Mag tested 2 copies of the Laowa 58mm. The first Nikon Z mount sample had misaligned optics, which caused images taken at further distances to be unequal in sharpness on each side.